feeling okay, probably similar to Friday to be honest, where just feeling a bit fatigued, but yeah, getting back to it. A couple of easy days I reckon, and should be good for Saturday because I'm booked on for a race, so be good to do that. But yeah, just play it by ear. Gonna have to readjust the training plan, but kind of straightforward. It would be 3 weeks on, taper week, then the British Champs, so that's pretty simple. So yeah, no need to rush it, just ease back into it this week, a couple of weeks of good training, and then easy week, and then hopefully do well at the BCs. Gorgeous day. Sun's absolutely beating down now. I'm gonna be getting up to like 30 odd degrees today. Feeling good, but keeping a lid on it. Like could have been out for 5 hours today, just with the weather being this nice. But you know, keeping a lid on it. 2 hours, 2 hours zone 2. Get back to it. Get a good. Hopefully feeling good again tomorrow. Get out again, and then just yeah, return to the training and get back to a race on Saturday. And then have a nice build towards the BC Champs. I noticed the Tadde tuft. Another glorious 30-degree day. Just getting out for 2 hours zone 2, same as yesterday. A little bit of tightness in the chest, but legs feel really good. No fatigue in them. And heart rate's a bit more under control as well. Did go for a swim yesterday evening, so maybe that's contributing to the chestiness. My right ear is also very much blocked, cannot hear anything. That's from the swimming. 2 hours in the 30-degree sunshine, let's just enjoy it. Just getting a little gym session in. Absolutely drenched. Much worse than the ride, because at least with the ride you got the wind and the sweat wicks away. In the gym, none of that. Absolutely fucking buckets, mate. Sweating buckets up Beast of Bradwell. Track standing 40 RPM on 20% gradients. Feeling much better today though. No tightness in the chest really. Heart rate much more under control. Keeping it, even up this stupid steep hill, keeping it like 140 tops. So yeah, 2 and a bit hours today, 2.5. Then I'll go down to the track tomorrow. So yeah, getting back to it. Race on Saturday, a couple of weeks of good training, taper week. That'll end up being a nice preparation for British Champs and the National 50, I reckon. Had an absolutely insane tailwind down Fiddlers. Didn't know how to control the bike at that speed, to be honest. Normally it's a non-braking descent, nice sweeping corners, honking tailwind, because I swear I was going like 10k an hour faster than normal without even pedalling really. Struggling off speed with the brakes into the corners, and even then I was like, shit, we're going too fast here. So that was a weird one, because it's windy as well. It's nice and warm, you don't really feel the wind as much, like, it's just pleasant, cools you down a bit, whereas normal temps you're like, freaking hell, it's windy, you get cold for a bit as well. Bit of a underwhelming session there. I mean, it was just super busy. I wasn't able to book onto the sprint slot last night, that was fully booked. So I was doing second half a drop in and then a pursuit slot. Yeah, just a lot of rides at pursuit slots, unfortunately, which fair enough. Masters Champs coming up, so yeah, people getting track time in, even though it's nice and sunny. Been a bit spoiled the past few weeks, getting lots of track time during the IP slot. But yeah, just clear that I wasn't going to get much time on track, so end up doing 3x2k hard, but it's still not much of a session really. But getting back to some intensity after being ill pretty much all of last week, easing back into riding this week. And to be fair, yesterday was the first ride that I got done where I actually didn't feel the chestiness had gone away. Monday, Tuesday, I felt good, but the heart rate was understandably high, and I had this residual chestiness. No cough, but like if I forced a cough out, I'd feel a bit chesty. Just a little bit of intensity today, do some openers tomorrow, and then got a 25 miler on Saturday, so that'd be good fun. Also a bit of a faff during the session, so I was playing around with this no-show sensor that Matt gave me last year, just trying to see if I can get some data from that, and I was trying to do like the baseline aero test to start out with, and yeah, it wasn't playing ball for that, so ended up just doing some efforts that it recorded some data, and I'll have a look at it in more detail, but it doesn't give you a plot by plot CDA. It just averages it out over the effort, which is like about as useful as what I do already, I'd say. But yeah, I'll play around with the sensor a bit more, see how useful I can, see if I can find a use for it. I might ask Matt if he knows a quiet, flat stretch of road where I could try and do the baseline test after I've been to the shop this afternoon. Figure out what else we want to do on the website. But yeah, I think going forward, I'll maybe go to the track next week and then just get focused on the outdoor sessions, preparing for British Champs ITT. But yeah, I mean, it's all good training, but yeah, like I say, a bit of a downer for today's session. Like just not much use really. I was trying hard at least, but like my line hasn't really been improving that much. Position not so much. When you go do a training session, like you want it to be useful. You want it to actually move the needle in some way, and kind of feel like I didn't really do that today, but kind of just the nature of not getting much time on track, playing around with figuring out this aero sensor. So at least I know that like it does give me some data, but maybe I need to try and get this test done this afternoon. So yeah, head down to the shop now, do a couple of hours work, work out what we're wanting to do going forward. Definitely for the next few weeks, been off the track, probably focus on the outdoor stuff, probably most of the rest of the season. I mean, we're getting into it now. We've got June, July, August. Those are the big months. So British Champs towards the end of June, it's National 50, 2 weeks later National 100, 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later National 25, then 4 weeks later National 10, the big one. So yeah, figure that out. Starting to come up with the plan for all of that, but I've got a plan for like the next month leading up to the National 50, National 50, National 100. So yeah. 2k efforts on the track aren't exactly moving the needle for the National 100, are they? Interesting experience that. Don't try this at home. I mean, the bike literally is illegal. No front brake, because I wasn't able to really get anything done this morning, and I wanted to work out how the no-show worked. I wanted to get an aero test setting to establish some value that I think might be useful for the runs. So I wanted to try and get that done. Wasn't able to get it done at the track, so I came out to Colville Wheelers course. Asked Matt, and he suggested coming here. So riding the track bike up and down the road, but managed to get a successful run in, which was good. First one failed, second one passed. But even for the one that failed, it was giving me CDA values, whereas on the track it was barely giving me anything. So yeah, play around with it for a couple of weeks. But yeah, managed to get something done at least. Bit sketch. Coming to a stop was interesting. Of course, I went to pump up my front tyre and the latex tube had just peeled apart. I mean, look at that. That's coming off there. Really weird. I guess in the heat, I mean, I let pressure out of it. Obviously it's hot, so I had to add some spare TPU tubes. So changed the front tube, and got my little test done. But yeah, it's been an interesting day, but little wins at the end at least. Tube that died yesterday is very much kaput. Like that valve core is just coming off. That's ridiculous. Also had lost a bolt that was from this mount that must have just rattled out on the road yesterday, and disappeared. Not really necessary. I only used that top one. The data from the no-show looked alright actually. It's actually quite interesting to look at. It was a bit unnecessary doing that test yesterday because the data from the track actually looks sort of useful, and it records to, well, it gives you the data to 1 decimal place. Obviously, it's data's being sent at 1 hertz to no decimal places, but then it's giving the averages in with 1 decimal place, which is kind of useful to be honest, because then you can tell the differences between, because I'll take the average of my runs and it's like comparing 100 RPM to 100 RPM a lot of the time. And is it actually bang on 100 RPM? Otherwise I'd have to extract the data to get that 1 decimal place resolution, whereas it just automatically does that, so I can better compare for if it's 100.3 RPM versus 100.7, whereas on Strava, when I take that compare, it would just report them both as exactly the same. So that's useful. Reason to use the sensor, definitely. Good openers ride there. Did like a couple of mixed thresholdy efforts and then some sprints. Been on the, I was just thinking, oh, I get the TT bike ready for tomorrow, but it's basically ready from when I got it ready for last week. I haven't been on the TT bike this week. I mean, I was at the track yesterday, so I was on the track bike. But like I said, it was only a bit of a short session, but probably quite good for just getting the legs moving again. I mean, this week's been just easing back into riding. Start of the week, I was still feeling a bit chesty, but was feeling back to normal by Wednesday. Got a bit of intensity done yesterday, a little bit of intensity today as openers ride. So yeah, feel alright for tomorrow, but obviously no idea where I'll be at really, because a week off due to illness and then a easy week of training. So yeah, but it'll be good to return to the Boroughbridge course, and because like I said, that was where I did my first ever TT. So rather than the 10 miler, doing the 25, but be interesting to see how much quicker I can go. Obviously the conditions will be much better. The conditions were absolutely god awful for that first ever time trial I did. But yeah, we just do the best we can. I think I'm gonna have to completely rearrange my training plan. I think I'm probably gonna stop doing the track for a couple months at least. Just think I need to just knuckle down, get some good training in outdoors. But yeah, good stuff. We've arrived just outside of Boroughbridge, ready for 25 miler today on the V235. So it's the V212, but then continuing up to the north roundabout by Boroughbridge, turning round, so doing the V212 twice. That first ever 10 miler I did. So yeah, got a little bit, 24 past 11 now, so got a little bit over an hour and a half before start time. So yeah,
that's definitely him.
Go on, Tom!
Go on, Tom! Bloody hell.
Go on, Tom! Go on, Tom!
Push it!
Home now. Bit of a downer once again. Yeah, just really didn't feel great for that ride, but got round and yeah, didn't feel like ill or anything, but definitely struggling after a week off, and then a week of just easing back into my riding. Got a plan for the next few weeks, just get back to the training, get some consistency in, because I've just been struggling this year. Like I've only had a couple of races where I'm like, yeah, that was half decent. Like V714, I felt like that was a half decent dig. The 50 miler a couple of weeks ago, power wasn't great, but I held position well for 50 miles, and I'd had a really good training block leading up to that, so I was it wasn't too unexpected that I was feeling fatigued. But yeah, I guess Circuit Champs I was happy with my performance at Circuit Champs for where I was at. Felt really good for the R25, but unfortunately that got cancelled. But yeah, it's just most of the races just really just not feeling right for them. But you know, I've had some really, that training block before the 50, got some really good sessions in there. So that's just what I need to get back to. Just get some good sessions in. I'm going to stop doing the track for a good few months till like September sort of thing. Get some VO2 max sessions done. Haven't really been doing much VO2 max this year because of the track. I've been substituting that for the track, and maybe it's just I'm just not responding to that as well as I do to the VO2 max. So yeah, get back to that, maintain the threshold, build the threshold, and yeah, just do the best I can. I mean, I'm committed to pushing it for the rest of the year at least, so just need to do the best I can, really. But yeah, just got like, it was really hot today, and normally I absolutely love the heat. I'm living for it. Low wind, heat, really good conditions. But yeah, I got like 10 minutes in and my throat is just so dry, and I'm just like, this is going to be a long old slog, and yeah, I just wasn't feeling good for anything and any of it, and the power just really wasn't there. But yeah, it makes sense bouncing back from illness, but hopefully it's that. Hopefully I can bounce back, have a couple of weeks of hard training, have a bit of a taper week, and then see how we go at British Champs and the National 50. But yeah, it's tough, you know. Like I feel like I'm doing everything right. I feel like I'm approaching it, learning from 2024, 2025, and feel like I'm doing things better, getting more consistency in. But yeah, not seeing the same results. Like obviously, I'm definitely training more sensibly than 2024. 2025 didn't have that balance of the track and thinking so much about aero. Who knows? All I know is this is a situation I'm in, and I need to progress it from there. Like, I know what I need to be doing, so it's just cracking on with that. I mean, like you'd be like, oh, I lost by 1 second today to Jack, and Jack's having a pretty good year, but like the result of today isn't really relevant. It's just like how I felt on the day of like, yeah, I'm just not quite there, but I feel good, so hopefully I can just get back to some really good training for the next few weeks, and then yeah, see how we go in June. It's a tough one. You try really hard, feel like you're doing everything right, and then the results don't always come, you know. But yeah, gotta stick with it. So yeah, try my best. Weirdly, I've gone from feeling really shitty to quite optimistic about it. You know, hopefully I can get 2 solid weeks of good training in, taper week, and then the British Champs and the National 50. Like that sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, just invested in the comeback arc. Like just give it my best shot to get some really good training sessions in, and then see how we go. That's a lot of cows. Nice day, having to dodge the nasty looking clouds like this one ahead. Hopefully not get caught in a downpour, but got my rain jacket that's been off and on all day so far. 2 hours into my ride, be a bit over 3 hours to get some good zone 2 miles in. Bit of a nasty saddle sore from yesterday, to be honest. Shuffling around in the saddle too much. But yeah, it's alright on the road bike. You can get out, been out the saddle a lot. Solid ride that. Let the training block begin. 2 weeks of hard work. 17 days, so today and up until Tuesday in 2 and a bit weeks time. So let's smash the training, get some good form, and then see how it goes at the big events.